Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the MicDrop podcast. It's your boy Alex Wordu. Follow us on all social media. Links will be in the description down below. Got a special guest in the building, Biddle. Say what's up to the people, bro.
What's going on, y'all? How's everybody doing? Appreciate you for having me first and foremost, and excited to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. King, Mac, how y'all doing, bro?
Doing good, bro. Doing good. Let's get it.
Bro.
Mac, we got a wild Mac. You know what I'm saying? Wild Mac
Wow.
appearance.
Y'all
First
best.
interview. How you feeling, Mac?
Bro, I'm feeling amazing, bro. I feel like a superstar now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, come on, man. Come on, man.
Let's go.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, bro. Like, tell us like where you grew up, what got you into content creation. I heard you like do TikTok or something like that.
Yeah. So let's see. Been making music since I was I want to say like 14, 15, basically like the summer going into high school. Uh have been doing it on and off, but I never really saw it as something like a viable career path, I guess. So the level of seriousness, varied for a very long time, up until I want to say like maybe like 2017, once I started to, because I graduated college in 2015, got out into the
Okay.
work world, and I was like, man, this like with each job, I was just like, yo, this is not for me. Like every single job I got was just more affirmation that this shit was not the move.
Mhm.
So like around 2017, I started like really looking into the feasibility of doing, music full time, and like what went into it besides like just creating it, what I'm saying, like the business side, the marketing and whatnot. um Fast forward to 2020, pandemic, COVID, we in a house. um TikTok emerges, and I had people, just telling me about it a little bit before then, but then like I really, come COVID, I had no excuse to, not jump on it. So
Mhm.
um started taking that seriously. End of June was my first like viral video on there. It was a remix to What's Poppin' by Jack Harlow.
Mm.
And
Okay.
then from there, I was like, yeah, let me try another remix. That one went viral. And then like 7 or 8, maybe 9 remixes later, I had 1 million followers, and
Damn.
a lot more followers like on my YouTube, on my Instagram, a lot more traction on Spotify. I had some brands reaching out, and yeah, man. And now I'm at where I'm at now. Doing content creation for brands. Obviously, it's like still continuing to make music and trying to grow that, make that more consistent, build the catalog. Um, and yeah, just trying to level up each and every day, man.
Mm. Okay. Okay. So like, what were like the other remixes that kind of got you to that point?
I say I'm trying to think in terms of like the biggest ones. I think the biggest one was the Mood Swings remix I did. Um, Remixing, the Pop Smoke and Lil TJ. I think that one got like 18 million ish on TikTok.
Okay.
Damn.
Um,
This man
and
viral.
then
Crazy.
yeah, it was going crazy, man. I think I think the second biggest one might have been the What's Poppin' one. I think that one was also like the second or third biggest. I know I did a remix to what did I do? It was a Juice World remix. I forget the song. Lucid Dreams. I did a remix to that. That one went pretty big. Um, yeah, I mean they all kind of like in that span from like end of June to like August. I want to say like they all hit at least like 1 or 2 million.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel like so you do content like outside of TikTok too as well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So how do
Usually
you
what I
feel?
do,
Oh, my fault.
I was just gonna say, usually what I do is because everybody has their like short form content, reels, shorts. So I'll just make
Mhm.
short form content, post them on all three, and then I'm starting to make like YouTube content, just like learning to make more like long form content. But like that's usually my strategy.
Okay. What have you noticed about like the audience like turnover rate from TikTok onto other platforms? Do people tend to follow you to like your IG or your YouTube, or people that follow you on TikTok and tap in are mostly just people that just stay on TikTok?
I think TikTok is the one platform where people do go to other platforms to find more of you, whether it's more, I don't know, if you do like little skits on TikTok, you know, maybe they head over to YouTube to look for, you know, longer skits, longer form stuff.
Mhm.
Or, you know, music, obviously. Most people aren't posting their entire songs on TikTok. So, you know, they get like a verse or a couple bars or, you know, like whatever, or just a display of your music ability. And then they'll go to Spotify looking for more, or they'll go to, if it's a cover, they're going to like YouTube for the full cover. And I think they're just that a lot of times they do it like naturally, like out of curiosity, without even you having to really tell them to go places.
Like a subconscious
Um,
thing. Like
yeah, because
subconscious.
they're just genuinely curious. They're like, oh, this was fire. Like I'm trying to hear more from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, what kind of like brand deals did you end up getting like after those TikToks went viral?
Um, quite a few, man. I think the very first one was from this guy like trying to get his clothing brand off the ground with like money to spend on marketing. So that was really nice. After that, I don't know if you remember that app House Party.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah, yeah. Damn, I
yeah,
haven't heard that name in a
yeah.
That's
long
a,
time.
yeah,
It,
no cap.
yeah, bro. It was like
Damn, that's
super hot
crazy.
during the pandemic, and then people stopped talking about it. But they reached out, uh, and then I forget the order, but like Hip Hop DX, Jif Peanut Butter, Hidden Valley Ranch. Um,
Wait, you got a peanut butter? You got a peanut butter ad?
yeah, Jif
What?
Peanut
That's
Butter. Yeah,
crazy.
it was this thing where like Ludacris was doing something with Jif. He had a song called was it called I don't think it was called Peanut Butter. Maybe
Okay.
or it was called like Butter Dot ATL, something like that. But he had this line, something about like being stuck in your grill like peanut butter. And then like we had to, I guess we had to like go off of that verse and like rap our own verse, but we had to have peanut butter in our mouths when we did it. The video is still on TikTok if you want to check it out. But it was kind of
It's
cool.
kind of
I wish
sus.
I
I ain't
was
gonna
I
lie.
wish we were able to like actually talk to Ludacris, but we were just in contact with like whoever at Jif. But um
So, have like you had any like big artists like reach out to you personally on TikTok or like a YouTube platform about doing anything with you?
nah, unfortunately. Yeah, like I've connected with a lot of artists. Mostly like, you know, like independent or underground, if underground is still a thing. Just like people on the come up through TikTok, but like in terms of like major artists, I feel like, man, as viral as like that Mood Swings remix went and the What's Poppin' remix, because that actually started like a like actual trend, like the audio went viral. So
Mm,
people were posting I don't know if you remember, people would do these skits to like what's popping, don't mind me just watching, like
Oh
there were a
yeah,
lot of those. Yeah, so like that was like a part of my verse. And like, man, I remember waking up one day and that was like the number one trend on TikTok. Like that was the number one hashtag. And
damn.
if I feel like if nobody reached out like back then, because like that was kind of like the height of virality, I'm like, man, people probably not gonna reach out until like I do something independent of like remixes. Like if I have one of my own songs go viral. Cause yeah.
Mm. So like what like do you do like do you still do TikTok or like do you just kind of do YouTube and
Yeah.
then you filter that into TikTok?
No, yeah, I still create on TikTok. Not remixes, but just more so I've kind of branched out to like, you know, promoting my original songs. I'm gonna start this tutorial kind of, not really tutorial series, but just like helping people with like independent artists with like mixing their songs, because I feel like a lot of tutorials out there get like super complicated and confusing. And I put out a tutorial and I got a lot of positive feedback. People just saying that, you know, this was really, you know, concise, simple, broken down, you know what I'm saying? So I might just do, little, I guess, tutorials like that, just really simplified. Um, and then just whatever comes to mind, man. I learned through just connecting with other people on, TikTok and even like on Instagram and other platforms, other bigger creators, is that um, once you get people to fall in love with you and your brand, um, like they're gonna follow you, like, no matter what it is, like whether it's, your music, or I don't know, if you start like a vlog series or just whatever you want to get into, man, like they're there for you. So, whatever your interest is, like of course they might be interested more in some things than others, but they're still gonna tune in to some regard, because it's you, and they're just interested in what you have to bring to
Mm,
whatever avenue you go in towards.
Okay.
mm.
Okay.
What type of music did you listen to like growing up?
Man, a lot. I know my favorite artist, like when I was just starting out, was like, Wheezy, of course. Ludacris was a big inspiration of mine. So it was kind of cool how I came full circle with the GIF thing.
All right.
Uh Man, I'm trying to think, like Drake was just starting to emerge. I was messing with Drake heavy. Um
I like that answer.
yeah, man. Like, yeah, Drake is definitely like one of my favorite artists, if not like my favorite. And you can hear it in my music a lot. But yeah, Cole was starting to emerge, like, 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all the hip hop goats. And then just like people around that time period that were, just making music, Ti, shit, Busta Rhymes. Like, man, I'm just a fan of hip hop.
Did you get to
Mm.
work with like Ludacris like in person, or was this like a remote thing?
Yeah, it was all remote.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't have any. Well, I don't know about the other people, but I didn't have any contact with Ludacris. They just sent me his video, and they were like, "Yeah," and they sent me like his MP3 or audio or whatever, and I had to just, like add it to the instrumental and rap off of it. But yeah, I didn't get any contact with him, unfortunately.
Mm.
So
So,
basically, like since you've been doing like TikTok and the YouTube, like what would you say are some of the hurdles you've overcome, you know, through this past journey of you, being like an influencer, etc.
Uh, I think the biggest hurdle is and I don't know if you ever fully get over it. But it's like, I don't know, like just being not taking videos that don't succeed, quote unquote, personally. Cause I feel like a lot of times, man, like especially some, just depending on the kind of content you make, like sometimes you could spend like hours and hours on,
Yeah.
yeah.
single pieces of content,
No, definitely.
and if something doesn't go too well, or it gets, a couple views, no views, you can get real upset,
Hmm.
and you can be like, man, but
Yeah.
there's so many different factors when you break it down as to like why something doesn't do well. And if you're trying to do this like full time and really try to make a business out of it, there's really no time for the emotional reactions and responses. It's like, all right, assess the situation, try to learn from it what you did or what you can, and just move on, keep creating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing, is just like keeping that morale high, like regardless of the results.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah, most
because
definitely.
the algorithms are really tricky to like understand, especially like
Bro.
YouTube and shorts. Like sometimes all you really have to do is just repost the shit, and the shit will get way more views. Like
Hmm.
we know
You know what I'm saying?
from experience.
Yeah,
So
And we're a smaller channel. Like we have like what 145 right now.
yeah,
yeah, like
150 or
145.
something.
Yeah, and we've noticed like a lot. Like when you like re-upload it and like change the SEO optimization a little bit,
Yeah,
it'll just blow up. Sometimes it's just random.
yeah, it's very
So
random. Sometimes it'll spike randomly. It's just very
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So my
especially on
Um,
next
YouTube,
question for
man.
you is like when you made your first like TikTok or like your first major video, like how old are you and what was the feeling like, when you had that first experience?
Uh, the first one that like blew up.
Yeah, or just like any in general, basically.
So the first video I posted was in 2019. I was actually I was at work when I posted my first one,
okay.
and I'm trying to remember. I think I was 20, 26. Yeah, 3 years ago. 26, 29 right now. So I was 26, posted my first one. It didn't do so. I didn't know what I was doing. But I think like the third or fourth one I posted got like 250,000 views, which was cool. But like because of what I did, it was just like my take on a trend, whatever. And I got like, I don't know, a couple hundred followers from it, but there was nothing there for like anybody to follow. It was just like, oh, this is kind of funny. Like, and then they just kept going. Um, and then from there, because I didn't know what I was doing, I would post, like randomly. And most of those posts got like a few hundred views. And so I'd post for like a week and then I wouldn't like the results. So then I'd stop posting. And then that continued up until so like that first one was in like October 2019, and then my first viral video was like pretty much the very end of June 2020. Yeah, so and then when that first one hit, like everything kind of changed. I went from like 2,000 followers to like 45,000 like in a
Damn.
day or two.
What was that
Yeah.
TikTok about? Like,
it was the remix. It was the What's Poppin' remix.
Okay.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So that first
yeah,
one,
that did
and
come
then
out in 2019. I remember that because
Yeah.
Jack Harlow was just. I think he just put the he had put
Yeah,
the
just put
video
the
on
remix
Lyrical
out.
Lemonade, and then like that just went crazy. Like that was his like debut. So
Yeah.
was that, bro.
Yeah. I posted that one on Monday because the remix had came out that previous Friday, and I was like, oh, I know everybody's about to be talking about this, like who had the best verse, like whatever, and they were like over the whole weekend. So I was like, shit, let me get my remix in, let me do this, let me go crazy, and then let me post it while it's still like hot. You know what I'm saying? So posted it, that went crazy, and then yeah, again, that's like when I just started to continuously post like one remix a week. And every time I posted one, the follower growth like got bigger and bigger to the point where like that last remix I posted, I had to have gotten like 150,000 followers like from that video.
God damn, that's
It
insane.
was insane.
You know,
Yeah.
TikTok be buzzing.
Why do you think?
Crazy.
Why do you think?
Bro.
Why do you think short form content is so popular right now?
That's a good question, man. I think
Low attention span is crazy.
yeah, they've been like slowly getting like smaller and smaller our attention spans, man. Because like even when Instagram introduced video, I feel like wasn't the limit like 60 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
And they tried IGTV, but like it just
Yeah.
wasn't popping off.
Vine really is what kicked it off with the short form shit. Because Vine,
Yeah,
was
probably Vine,
Yeah.
the 6-second content, and then I don't exactly know why they died. I know there's a few like YouTube documentaries on it, but I wasn't really on Vine like huge. I would catch like the big Vine compilations that they put on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vine happened. Vine came and went. Maybe that showed the people at TikTok, or just I don't know, people in the tech space, that like short form content can work. You just have to do it differently. I don't know. But
The
yeah,
music
TikTok
helps.
came along and
The way they integrate the music with it definitely helps.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, those viral sounds, but like whether it's a song or it's just audio, a viral audio, like that should get caught in your head so fast.
That nigga
Like
Munch,
that
crazy.
corn shit going crazy. Like the little dude that did the corn thing. Like
Yeah, now that shit did go crazy.
yeah, that's going crazy right now.
What advice do you have someone that's trying to get their like feet wet in like short form content, whether it's TikTok, shorts, reels? Like what kind of advice do you have for
Yeah.
people?
I think the first thing is just like spending time on the platforms, like wherever I would probably say like TikTok, because I think the most originality comes from TikTok, because a lot of times like when I see shorts or I see like reels, Instagram reels, or like Facebook reels, like all of those videos are coming, like I saw them on TikTok first. So I would say just like spend time on TikTok and if you're like really trying to be a content creator, I would be selective in what you engage with so you can get more of what you're interested in. So like just engage with, if you're trying to do music, like engage with music posts. If you're, trying to be a comedian or a skit creator, like engage with skits so you can get fed more skits. And then maybe after, like, when you feel comfortable, like, try your hand at it. Put your first, get your first couple videos out there, and just understand that, like, most people aren't, like, their first few videos aren't gonna go viral. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was at that shit for like 9 months. You know what I mean? So if you're serious about it, like, again, take the emotion out of it, and just like learn. As long as you're learning with each and every post that you do, you're good. You're one step closer to going viral, or to just, building a following, and really understanding, like, what your lane is gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Would you say TikTok is kind of like more so for discoverability and not like monetization compared to like YouTube Shorts?
um, yeah,
Because I heard like the splits that the creators get on TikTok is crazy in comparison
And
to YouTube Shorts. I think there was like an announcement
yeah,
recently about YouTube Shorts, the creators getting paid like 45% or
the
something.
yeah.
program.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can kind of talk on that YouTube thing, because they sent out I'm in, like, their creator program, and they sent out a newsletter.
Mhm.
So yeah, TikTok, the monetization on there, I honestly, man, I'm not even in the creator program anymore, just because, like, I heard negative things about, like, them limiting your reach, and, like, they've denied it. Hey man, I've heard people say that their reach had been limited. I heard people say they haven't. So I mean, it wasn't enough to stay in it. The majority of your, like, monetization is gonna come from like, brand deals outside of, like, TikTok. So if you pop it on TikTok, brands will reach out. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then I guess you can. I don't know what kind of money you can, like, if you're like a poppin' live streamer on TikTok. I don't know what kind of money you can get on there.
Yeah.
But I mean, people do it, and they get a lot of, like, those gifts, sent to them and stuff. And I've probably made like a couple $100, like, all together, like, in my however many years I've been on there. But again, most of your stuff is going to come from brand deals. YouTube, you got the long game of, like, getting your channel monetized, hitting those, what is it, like, 4,000 hours of watch time, and, like, all that stuff.
Mhm.
Uh, but then also, you've got so there's two things. They have this thing with artists, where they're gonna do, like, this revenue sharing program, where when people use your songs in is it revenue sharing? I think it's more of like a license kind of situation, a licensing thing. So they're gonna allow people to license your music, I guess, maybe similar to, like, like, these royalty free services and programs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're kind of bringing it in house almost, and so, but it's not going to be royalty free. It's, they're going to pay for these licenses. I don't know how the fees are going to be worked out, but music artists are going to be getting paid, and these people are going to be able to use their songs. So, like, the creator of the YouTube video can monetize their videos or whatever, but they're going to have to share some of that with whatever artists they're using songs or whatever. So that's cool. And then they're also having this like YouTube Shorts like partner program or something like that.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
gonna
That's
be
what I
like
saw. Yeah.
there's gonna be like a top, I don't know, you've got to have, like, from what I saw, I think it's the same requirements of, like, current monetization, like the 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 public watch hours. But then there's another one. It's like 10 million,
Yeah, 10 million
10
views
million views
in
in 90
like
days. And I'm
90
like,
days.
That's
That
yeah,
shit
like,
insane.
crazy, bro. Like,
That
bro,
shit's insane.
the math, I did the math
sheesh.
too, and I was like, bro, that's like 100,000 views a day. Like, that's
Literally.
crazy. That's
Which
crazy
is, it's
talk.
attainable with short form content, but it's like for the
Yeah,
average person that's just getting into it, like it's not realistic
Yeah.
at all. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I saw that and I was like, yeah, shit, I'm better off just on
Just to
TikTok,
be
bro.
eligible for the
Jesus.
program, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, literally 10 million views.
Yeah, man. That's
Yeah.
crazy. But I mean, but they're trying, I guess. That's a thing. So um yeah.
Mm.
But again, like, I would, in terms of monetization, bro, like, I think TikTok, to build your following on your socials, and then you know, if you're trying to do like if your content strategy um allows it or is feasible, then you know try to make a long form content on YouTube and just continue to build your catalog there, because once those views continue to stack up and YouTube like deems your content as helpful and they start pushing that stuff out, you can make a lot of money on the ad revenue side too.
Yeah. That's our exact content strategy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's our
Yes.
exact content.
Talk a little bit about your music. So, like, what would you say is like your musical style, and like, how was like your first time with your first song that you made? Like, how did that whole process go?
So I say I wasn't always like this, but I would describe myself as an artist as a melodic lyricist, where I'm a lyricist. I'm always bars first. But over time, you know, due to my affinity for Drake's music, and then you know later on, like Russ and even like Cole and Kendrick, like they've always had melodies in their songs. Um, I've just grown to be a fan of, you know, like melodic lyricism. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I lean towards. In terms of like stylistic, like, you know, performance and delivery wise. Um, the first song I made, the first song I made was a remix to, I don't know if you heard "Hit 'Em Up" by Lil Wayne off the Carter 2.
That sounds familiar.
But
Yeah.
I did a one of my friends was like, what, he was the kid in the neighborhood that like loved the music and was freestyling and stuff. And like one day he played that beat for us. And I was like, yo, this beat is crazy. It's unlike anything I ever heard. Like, what is this? And then he, you know, he told me what it was. So I went in my house on LimeWire, downloaded that shit, and I was just listening to it like, yo, this beat is fire, bro. Like, and
That
I was
nigga said
also like,
LimeWire.
bro, LimeWire, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Aging myself. But yeah, I heard the beat, and that was also like my first time hearing a beat. And just, you know, paying attention to like all the instruments and just things that were going on in the beat that like you don't really pay attention to in the song. So I'm listening and I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. And then like, I don't know, I just got the idea, like, man, like, let me try to write something to this. You know what I'm saying? I was inspired by my friend. So I wrote something. It was like a big long, I think it was like a 32 bar verse, something like that. But I didn't have a way to record it. So I asked my dad, I was like, yo, can you like, I was, you know, looking on the internet looking for microphones, and I found this like $17 like super cheap microphone from Walmart. I was like, Dad, can you go get this for me? He was like, all right, cool. Yeah, next time I go to the store, I'll get it. So he grabbed it, plugged it into the desktop PC, man, and I found like it was like I don't know, some kind of recording program that came with the Windows PC, and threw the beat in there, recorded over it, sounded trash, but like, yo, it didn't matter. Like hearing my voice like over the beat was just, I don't know, like, it was super fire to me. It was kind of like those, you know, moments in like the Disney movies and shit, like when they first engage with their passion and like there's like the
Yeah.
slow motion moment and the music is playing in the back. It was kind of like that. I was like, yo, this is
Yeah.
tight, you know what I'm saying? This is fire, you know what I'm saying? So after that, yeah, it was just me downloading whatever instrumentals I could find on LimeWire, because it wasn't like, you know, now where you can find any beat, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever people decided to share on LimeWire was what you could find. So I would just type in like instrumental and just download all the instrumentals that I could find and just start rapping to them. And that's kind of how I started.
For sure. Who are some like dream collabs that you'd be interested in?
Definitely Drake. I just think our styles will really go together well. Russ, I really like like his energy. I feel like the kind of things that he talks about, not even just in his songs, like just in his interviews and just like conversations that I've heard him have. I'm like, yo, this is my mentality right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the wrong person was to hear this, they would call me cocky. Like if they weren't trying to understand like how I felt, they would call me cocky. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, people that get it, and the ones that don't type shit. J. Cole and Kendrick, just for like those lyrical like sparring matches, I think those would be really dope. I would really, and then I got like favorite singers too. Like there's like Kehlani would be dope. Chris Breezy, of course, the legend. Um, yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot, but those are the ones that come to mind. Jay-Z would be a goat. I don't think that's just gonna happen, but if he's still rapping by the time I get popping, like that'd be amazing. But
Okay.
yeah, you know,
What are your goals with this music shit? Like, where do you see yourself for the next like year or so?
Man, like my goal is like I'm super competitive, so like I'm trying to be the very best. Like I'm trying to take it as high as I can take it, you know, to the very top. My aspirations is like, you know, who's at the top? Drake. So like that's kind of like my aspiration in terms of like stature in the game. But um yeah, I mean everything it one you can have like one viral moment and then like your whole trajectory and like what you want to
Yeah.
do and your plans like can just completely change. So
Ice Spice.
yeah. Man, yeah, dog.
That ass.
Oh yeah, I got a
literally that, bro. Like I
Yeah.
heard I was listening to a podcast and like I guess there was something came out where like her was her performance rate was like 5 bands or something like that,
Yeah,
and then
but then
like
it
in a
went
couple
up.
of weeks or something it went up to like
Like,
14, 15.
it's crazy.
That's way too high for
I
a one-line rapper.
I mean,
that's
It's
what I
literally one
hey
line.
man, that's what
Crazy.
I think. That's what I think. The song goes
but
hard,
if
but
niggas are
like
paying 15K for Ice Spice, then it's
I mean, they paying money to see Izzy Drake, so you're probably right.
it's the market value, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy,
hey
bro.
man, yeah, get her. I'm definitely not like get her coin, bro. Like I
Yeah.
just it's just kind of weird. Like it doesn't make a whole lot of like sense, you know, looking at how long I guess she's I don't know. Like I'm thinking about yeah, that's popping, but like in certain spheres, like
Yeah.
there are a lot of people that don't know her versus like a
hmm
like when I think of like a super viral, like crazy rise, I think of like Olivia Rodrigo. That fucking driver's
Yeah,
license
no
song
cap.
Like Lil Nas X
was
type shit.
every
Yeah.
Lil Nas X, like
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that. I can see their prices jumping up that crazy, that fast.
Mhm.
But
But
hey,
those people also dropped more than one like hit song. Like Ice Spice is still on her first hit song. Like, so I
yeah.
don't know. We just got to see what she could do in the future. Maybe she can carry off this momentum. But
I don't know if she
chances
signed
are,
to a label either. I don't know if she signed before or after,
yeah, I
but
don't
I'm
think
pretty sure Lil Nas was
Yeah.
signed when he dropped that song.
Old Town Road.
Old
Yeah.
Town Road?
I think
I
so.
don't think
Yeah.
he was
I don't think he was signed, fool.
yeah. I
because
don't
that
think
was
he
his
was
first one, right?
Yeah,
Um,
because he said he was like sleeping on his mom's floor, his brother or sister's floor when he dropped
Yeah, I
that shit.
think he had another
shit.
song before that one. It was the one he did where you remember when XXXTentacion died? He had a music video
Mhm.
where he had like his thing in it, his tombstone in the background. I think that was like his first big one, but obviously like the one that went major was
Yeah, the one with Billy Ray
Old Town
Cyrus and
Road.
shit.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
for you, bro, like what would you say is like what are some things that motivate you to work on your music or to put more thought and process into what you do for yourself, bro?
I think it's a combination of like just the inner drive to get and be better. Because I just love making music. Like I don't know. Like I just feel like when I get in there, I start recording. Um, I'm just trying to make the very best product. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't know, like if I'm making something and I'm starting to write, I'm starting to record, and I'm like I'm not liking the way it sounds, or it just doesn't feel like because I'm like my own like harshest critic, and if
Mhm.
it doesn't sound like trying to be as objective as possible, like better than what I've done already,
Yeah.
then I'm like, nah, I'm getting back in there. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But then
Facts.
also, you know, it's me stacking myself. I don't try not to play the comparison game, but like it's kind of it's inevitable sometimes. So like I'm because that is who I'm competing against. You know, everything else out there.
Okay.
So you know, I'm listening to my like my favorites, and you know, if they go hard, I'm like, oh damn, that was crazy. Like I got to make something better than that. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Mhm.
it really just comes from that competitive drive.
So
Okay.
that being said, if you could go back and tell your younger self, like maybe like 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, like what's something you go back and tell your younger self that you know now that you didn't know then?
Um, I I don't usually like these questions because I'm not one to change history,
That
but
was
like
a
I feel
good
like
ass question
It was
though.
a good
it
question though.
was,
Yeah,
yeah. I feel
that
like
makes you really
everything
think
happens for a
type shit.
reason, but um, I would say like all the shit that I was like so focused on, so because that's like college age. So I was in college, like I went from like a really small high school to like a really big like university. So it was just being around so many people, having so many things to do. I was like, just trying to have fun.
Right.
Um and just like really get the full college experience. But like had I known that I really wanted to pursue music like seriously, I would have been like, yo, like there's gonna be time for this like partying shit. Like these are cool memories, I suppose, but like I would have went way harder um in just really developing my sound and like seeking out the information. So like again like the marketing stuff and just like just doing what I could to like forward my music career because that was the shit that really mattered at the end of the day. So that's
Mhm.
probably what I would have did. Just been more serious and just tuned out the distractions.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay.
Did you used to work with Mob City Universe and T Grayson?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
what was it like working with them, man?
It was cool. Both of them are good people. Both, her and her husband. Um, we just I don't know, we just kind of decided to go our separate ways after because what we did was like a 6 month like trial run. And things just weren't aligning like on all cylinders. So we just decided it was best to just, part ways at that time. But yeah, it was cool. They're cool people.
Mm.
Um, Davion's super talented, like as a producer and as an artist.
Yeah, we got to get him
Um,
on next. Facts.
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah, that'll be a good conversation. He's got a good story.
Yeah.
And then yeah, T's dope too. Like just like knowledge in the industry. Um, yeah,
So you basically do everything by yourself now, or do you have like another manager?
yeah. So I have I'm signed to a management team like on the influencer side of things. So they help me like get like content creator deals. But like on the music side, sometimes I'll like outsource engineering. I don't make my own beats too often. So I have a couple different producers that I work with, but in terms of like, writing, recording, um, and the bulk of the mixing and mastering, like I do myself. But like this EP that I'm about to drop, I'm outsourcing that just
Mhm.
because we're in the middle of like moving and like a lot of my stuff is kind of packed away and like my walls are like super barren. Like everything is, what I'm saying? Like I'm
Where do
I'm
you live?
emptying everything out. I'm in Milwaukee, Wisconsin right now.
Oh, okay.
Um, but we're we're actually transitioning to van life. I'm gonna be living in a fucking van.
Oh shit.
You
So
going on
yeah.
tour, nigga? What's
Yeah,
going on?
man, something like that.
Rolling
You know what I'm
Loud.
saying? Touring the country.
Okay,
But
okay. Well, what
but yeah.
I don't know if you could talk about it, but where you thinking about stopping at, man?
I mean, everywhere, bro. I mean, the first place, the first like end destination is California. I think either LA or San Diego.
LA.
But we're gonna be stopping, like doing the roundabout thing.
Okay.
Yeah, doing like the nomad life, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
That's
That's
what's
pretty
up.
cool, bro.
That's what's up.
I've
Yeah.
always wanted to do some shit like that. That's pretty sick.
Yeah. Have you like performed anywhere before?
Yeah, not like all over the country or anything, but I've performed in Milwaukee a couple times. Most of my performing was in Minneapolis. I went to school at the University of Minnesota, and then after I graduated, I was there for another like 3-4 years. So like right around the time that I started like really getting serious with music, like I was out there. So I was like pretty ingratiated in their music scene and I performed locally like there, pretty often. Um, but yeah, when I moved back to Milwaukee, that was like maybe 6 months before the pandemic like really started. So yeah, since then I haven't really gotten a chance to like really set up too many things here to perform. So
Okay. DK, you got anything else? Shit.
Shit, what you got in store for the future? What you got in store for the future, man?
Man, just more music, man, more content. The goal is just to I want to put this EP out just because I haven't put a project out in a while. Um, and after that, just just consistently putting out music and putting out content. Uh, yeah, just expanding the catalog like on both sides because we're gonna be on the road, no distractions. It's literally just finna be in the van, locked in. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, we'll be, in different cities and whatnot. And I met a lot of people, through the internet over this course of time and like going viral. A lot of people reached out, a lot of musicians and whatnot. So it'll be dope to collaborate with people when when I'm in their city and whatnot. But again, like that's all work. You know what I'm saying? Like, content creators and musicians, like just being able to collab and just doing as much on both of those fronts as possible.
That's cool. Shit,
Yeah,
well,
man.
let the people know where to find you, bro.
For sure. Yeah, you can any social media platform, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Biddle, just type in BIDDL3.
Hold on.
Spotify.
How did
What's
you
up?
come up with that name? How did you come up with that name?
Yeah, Biddle. So my government, it's gonna come out anyway. It's Denver Biddle the third. So Biddle's my last name. I'm the third. So I flip the E to a 3.
That sounds like a football player name.
Yeah, no.
Denver Biddle.
DB3, crazy.
Yeah.
DB3,
That's what's
DCB3.
up, though.
C
Hey,
is my middle.
my
DCB3.
fault, bro. You can finish plugging your shit though.
Nah, you good. Yeah, just type in, any streaming service. Just type in Biddle. So Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. Just type in Biddle, BIDDL3. Social media, anywhere. Just type in BIDDL3. I'm Biddle Music on TikTok. Biddle was I tried to get my old account back on TikTok. It didn't work out, but you'll see. I got the the little verified check mark and all that. So you'll see Biddle Music.
Okay, for sure. Verified. I feel it.
Yeah, that's the one verified account that I can flex. But
for sure.
yeah,
Appreciate you coming on, bro.
Yeah,
Really
no,
I
appreciate
appreciate you for having me, man.
Yeah.
We followed each other on Twitter, and I was all the tweets are very interesting, man. Very entertaining. I agree with a lot of what you say, so I was like, oh, this will be a dope interview, man. For sure.
Appreciate
thanks for coming on the platform, man.
Yeah, it was a pleasure having you, man. I love your backstory. Keep doing your thing, bro. And like, we here for it, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the invite, bro. And any time, man.